Hello, I'm the Anime Viewer 666. Welcome to Hell. Do you need a hand? Now, the backstory behind this is a bit foggy and weird, and the entire thing is a bit weird altogether, but it's something I wanted to bring to attention to more people that may not have heard of it, because it is amazing. Before I get into all of the logistics of what's going on with this story, I'm just going to tell you the plot. The story revolves around our main character, Sock, who is a boy who wears a skirt and is voice acted by a woman. This has led many people to believe that the character was actually supposed to be female, but they say that he's a male many times in the story. In fact, the creator even confirms that the reason he likes to wear skirts is because, well, he just likes it. So, get over it. I added the get over it part, but So, the character of Sock is sort of how should I put this, homicidal maniac. Okay, maybe that's putting it a bit strong. Really, he just kills small animals and things and really enjoys killing said small animals. But he never really killed people until one day when he killed his mother and father in his sleep. Yes, he sleepwalked and sleep murdered, so not his best day. And then, to make things worse, he thought, hey, the best way to solve this problem is to bury my parents in a grave, which, somewhat respectful. I guess that is the least he could do. And then he kills himself, and ends up in hell. And the devil, also known as Mephistopheles in this particular adaptation, with the coolest voice ever, gives Sock a deal. He says, okay kid, I see a bit of myself in you, so I'm gonna say, I'll give you a job. Instead of you burning forever in a lake of fire, you'll be one of my demons. Go out, convince people to kill themselves by torturing them, and just making their lives a general nuisance. It's important to point out that Sock can't really hurt anyone. That's not a part of the thing. He can only really embarrass them or annoy them and get them to kill themselves out of pure, well, hatred for life because Sock is in it. That was the whole plan. And Sock, loving to kill things, accepts the job. This is where things get a little tricky for me. Maybe someone in a different sort of like faith can point this out, but I know a fair many of Christianity, like Baptist, Methodist, and such. I don't really know any Christian-based religions that say if you kill yourself, you're going to go to hell. Maybe it's a thing in like Catholic or something. I don't know. Just if anyone knows or has that in their religion, maybe you can tell me because I have never heard that in Christianity. So Sock is ordered to go and torment this guy named Jonathan. He doesn't really do anything physically violent to him or anything. It's really just embarrassing stuff. But considering that the guy is in high school, Jonathan keeps getting constantly embarrassed by Sock doing the stupidest things, and no one else can see Sock except him. So when he's talking to Sock, he looks like he's talking to himself. And even though Sock keeps tormenting him, eventually they become friends and even gain sort of a mutual respect, understanding that Sock has to, yes, try to get him to kill himself, but at the same time saying, Sock, you're an okay guy. I guess I could hang with you. And eventually that friendship becomes sort of maybe a romance. It's pointed to and suggested quite a bit, but nothing concrete yet. From what I've said, you may gather that Sock is a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy at all. At least I don't think so. He's more of a victim of circumstance than anything else. His darker tendencies do tend to lead him to horrible conclusions, but hey, he only kills his parents because he did it in his sleep and he didn't mean to, and he only takes the demon job because, well, he has had a burn. Though he did seem kind of excited about it, so there is that. He definitely has a darker side to it, that's what I'm getting to, but that darker side doesn't always control him. Someone like Jonathan is definitely going to, at least from what we've seen, balance him out, sort of. Make it so that his darker tendencies can't really do any harm because all of his dark tendencies are focused on Jonathan and Jonathan don't care. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Now we get into the part where this whole thing gets a bit confusing. The Welcome to Hell video is that, a video. It's not a show, it's not a movie, it's one video on YouTube. That's the whole big thing about this. The creator of it has said on her Tumblr for Welcome to Hell that the show can't really get picked up yet because, well, if it was to get picked up by like a network like Adult Swim or Cartoon Network or anything like that, they would still probably want to change some things because of the darker nature of this show. And she doesn't really want to change it. It's her vision and she wants to keep it that way. And likewise doesn't want to let other people take control of what is her art. Once again, I'm getting all this off her Tumblr, and I may be reading more into it than what may be there, but it looks like she wants to sort of keep this thing under wraps for now. People have also told her on her Tumblr that she should just make it a web series, but the thing is, she hand draws every animation on this from what you can tell in the art, and to do that, it takes a long time. And apparently, she was just going to do this video originally for a student thesis. At least that's what I've gathered. Once again, all of this is sort of unconclusive because this is just stuff I've heard her say on her Tumblr and stuff. So it's not exactly all 100% conclusive of what's going on. But apparently, she made this for a student thesis, and it kind of went on from there. At least that's what they kind of say in the one video too, where Mephistopheles is saying. I didn't really mention this going any longer than a student thesis film. She has been told that to make it like longer, but I don't know if she's going to do that because, like I said, it'll take a long time. So I'm just hoping that it'll get picked up. Maybe they'll start a Kickstarter. Maybe a network will pick it up and not change it. Who knows? But until then, I give this web series an unmarked rating. I'm not going to rate a video that is just, how should I put this, not finished. It's just a sort of rough draft, I suppose. And so, if I would give a rough draft anything, it would be a 5 out of 5 because I love the story. But as a whole story, it hasn't been completed yet. So once again, I'm going to put the official video link down below so that you can all see this video for yourselves. So, at the end of the day, I am the anime viewer 666. Thank you, and good night.